We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Yo, it's Remember the Show. Slick with the flows, where the sparring can go. Who's gonna be on, man, you never will know. Guess you better tune in, cause we live from Chicago. Belal Muhammad, that's the king of the tweets. Jason Anik looks like John, step his hands to his feet. Every Thursday, we gonna give you a treat. It's Remember the Show, hit play and repeat. And retweet, and retweet, and retweet, and retweet. It's Remember the Show, hit play and repeat.
I'm not sure I've been as excited for an episode as I am tonight. Episode 129. Remember the show. Got a game show tonight. I hope both these guys make weight. No weight class here, though. That's my boy Belal. Remember the name Muhammad. Happy Ramadan as it continues. Great to see you. What's good in Chicago, brother?
Appreciate you, my brother. Yeah, bro. It took a while to get these contracts signed and done, and got them delivered. Both these guys said they're in. So, yeah, bro, I'm excited for this one. This is going to be a fun one, especially with the back and forth all over Twitter and at the PI and stuff. It's been good.
I love it. So we're not going to tell any of you who don't know who's going to be on tonight. Going to have to stick around maybe 10, 15 minutes to find out. So what's up, Bully? Do we need to go to the barber today? The beard's looking a little unkept.
Yeah, it's getting thick right now. I got to go, but I'm going next week, Tuesday, with Nacho. So I said I might as well just wait for next week, get it cleaned up really nice, and just go a little savage for the next couple of days.
I like it. So Nacho, La Jaula, Ignacio Bahamondes has a fight. What is it, March 6th? Or excuse me, April 6th?
April 6th, yeah. Yeah, he's looking good, feeling good. We got B. Allen on the same card. So next week's going to be a fun time in Vegas.
Very interesting that a good friend of yours, Brendan Allen, going to be on the card when you're going to be back in that locker room. You will be most certainly providing some comic relief, I would think, for Brendan Allen, who's usually pretty loose before he makes the walk, I would assume.
Yeah, bro, he's chill. He's got his own card, I think, to this week tomorrow or the day after for his company, the All In Allen. He's like, yeah, I'm over here right now, the cage and everything set up. But yeah, I was like, bro, you got a big main event, big fight coming up, and you're just chilling in Louisiana, worried about your own card, huh? That's a lot of pressure. He's like, no, I'm good. I'm chilling. I feel good.
Hey, should be. BA, I'm excited to watch him fight. All right, let's get right into the topics because the game show is creeping. So Saudi Arabia woke up to this news today. Fight card announced June 22nd, 5-round main event. Robert Whittaker, Khamzat Chimaev. Give me all of this. I'm sure you're happy to just see Khamzat in that middleweight picture, not in the welterweight. You know, those rumblings. He was never going to be here, never going to make weight anyway. But what a fight. Hope it materializes. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, bro. Like, that's the thing about Ramadan. Like, you're up super late. So, like, I'm not going to sleep until it's super late. So, like, I'm getting this news, and I'm like, oh, crap, and I'm excited. And, like, I'm texting people, and, like, everybody I want to text is like sleeping. So I was like, hey, what's going on here? But yeah, even when I messaged you guys about the Costa and Merab, like they both agreed to like super late. And I was like, you guys gonna respond yet? What's going on over there? You guys are sleeping? But bro, that card's gonna be sick. That's a huge main event for both guys. And for Khamzat, I think it's gonna be his first 5-round fight. So that'll be huge against a big name like Robert. Man, I'm excited for that one. That's a title fight if I've ever seen one, right?
I love it. And so I'm going to move to topic 2 because I was going to say, hey, maybe you'll be in Saudi Arabia on June 22nd because it seems like possibly July 27th in Manchester, England, perhaps. Tom Aspinall heard some rumblings, but he's not going to get into it, right? But so Bully. So Bully, man, whatever it may be, we talked about this a little bit last week. Nothing we want more than to go into the belly of the beast. But what can you tell us, if anything? Probably nothing.
Yeah, just as much as Tom Aspinall. And I don't even think they've really fully announced that pay-per-view. Well, Dana said something, right? But, like, yeah, hopefully we get some news soon. Now that they announced the Saudi card, huge card. Now, usually when Dana starts announcing big fights like that on his Instagram, other big fights start coming. So I'm praying for, we're going to be ready for it. We'll be staying there. And, yeah, I think Saudi's only like 4-hour time difference from London. So maybe we go down there with Jared fighting down there against Nasrat. And
that's right.
Yeah.
So there you go. Shout out Jeff Gordon fighting Nasrat Haqparast. Forgive me for the pronunciation, but that's on there as well. Absolutely. And then, Khabib may be lurking, so you can get a little bit of training in there with your boy, leading up to the strap. I love it.
Meet a couple of friends out there. Hopefully somebody gives us a free watch or something.
I love it. But let me ask you though, in terms of that, right? How, if we talk about Tom Aspinall, right? Because what he put out there today, it's going to surprise me if Tom Aspinall is not headlining that pay-per-view in Manchester. So from your standpoint, whether it's the co-main or main event for your title shot, does that matter to you much?
Bro, you can put me on the prelims. I want to be the first right? Chill in the stands with my belt and watch the fights. But
I hear you.
That stuff never matters to me. Everybody always has something, right? Like I think if all fighters had a choice, they'd rather just fight early, get it over with. And that was always my choice. Is that, all right, man, if I had a choice, I'd rather fight. Like when you're waiting around all day, you have to watch all the other fights. Anxiety obviously builds up. You're like, bro, like I want to fight. Like the best fight I ever had was like in Australia when we like fought so early. It was like 7 a.m. And then we still had like the rest of the day just to chill and eat and stuff like that. Cool.
Did you win?
Yeah, dude. That was my biggest thing. I was like, bro, if I go to Australia and my family's like, let's stay an extra 5 days or something like that, I'm like, we can plan it now, but if I lose, I'm going home.
Right. Exactly. You talk about, sun is shining 7 a.m. You must have won your fight.
I'm like, bro, I would not be going out at past 7 a.m. It's like that. I'd be like, I'll be in my room the rest of the day.
Kenny Florian tells this story. I don't know at what stage of his career, but fighting after the main event where he was scheduled very early in the prelim, scheduling the prelims, but they run, longer. And then you got to wait till after that main event.
Yeah. I had to do that a couple times with when Bellator comes locally and I sold tickets for them. Yeah. Like, bro, I was like, the whole fights happened. Then I had to fight probably like 3 fights after the main event. So it was like probably like midnight before I was actually like fighting. And they don't put that. They don't even stream those fights. So like nobody even got to watch it unless you're like in the stands.
Dude, I think your professional record is 23-3. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I think so.
Fudge everybody, right? It's like my boy gets no respect, right? Nothing on the pound. When you get the belt, you're going to be on the pound for pound list. And if you all think I'm a broken record, sorry, but 23-3, my boy hasn't lost in like 6-7 years. Come on. All right. Moving on, number 3, biting. Yeah, so Igor Severino, Brazilian fighter making his UFC debut last Saturday night, disqualified against countryman Andre Lima after biting his opponent. So Lima immediately gets like the potential rabid bite inked up, which I'm sure you saw. I saw a doctor put out there, yeah, probably not the best move. The bite, I'm certainly... Yeah, I saw that guy, David Abbasi, I think his name. He does a lot of sort of UFC videos. He's like, yeah, probably, there can be a lot of bacteria in a human mouth. You know what I mean? And in that bite, so putting ink in it. But, I'm sure he's all right. But your thoughts on sort of the bite and, been a lot of different people putting opinions out there. What are your thoughts, man?
Honestly, it was like the weirdest thing, right? Because it wasn't even like it was like a crazy position to like do the bite. Like it wasn't like it was a choke. I was trying to get out of a choke and to get out of that spot. I was like, when I saw it, because I didn't watch it live, and then I went back and I like saw the highlights of it, and I was like, wait, what? Like it makes no sense of why he would do that. Like the guy has to be like crazy. But I know it was a back and forth war. I don't know. Did he come out with any type of statement after that? Or
it's a good question, and I'm sure Mike Tyson can relate, and I don't even say that jokingly, right? But I always wonder about you guys in different spots, right? Whether it's even Molly McCann against Aaron Blanchfield, where you just can do not. There've got to be so many moments where you want to absolutely do something like that in the moment, but you certainly don't because you're a professional. But I haven't heard anything.
You get an opportunity to punch this guy and elbow this guy. It's like,
right.
Where does the bite come from? And like, did you not think that like there's cameras there that are watching you do it? So yeah, man, we got to bring him on here. We got to like interview him and ask him, like, what was going through your mind. And I want to know if he had a mouthpiece fully in.
I was just about to ask.
Yeah, it looks. I was like, bro, that's a deep freaking bite. And if you have a mouthpiece in, your teeth aren't going to go through like that unless he has like a super cheap mouthpiece. Like literally buys mouthpieces from like Walmart and he uses those to bite. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? He'll always buy one like the day of and like boil it. I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Hey, coming off a win, right? Fought in the UFC probably 50 times or whatever, 50 pro fights. But if I'm Lima, like I'm not necessarily trying to immortalize that on my arm necessarily.
I mean,
You know?
for him, it's probably a huge moment. Dana offered him a bonus, and then now he even got a bigger bonus because of it. But yeah,
All
it's weird. Like I wouldn't want that. Like when I'm 50 years old, oh, this is the time I got bit when in my UFC
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, moving on to our next topic. I like this. Last week I had studio issues. Nothing wrong at home. All right. So I'm getting into this, and if I'm being honest, I had to do a little research on this because I didn't take in the Bellator card last week. But longtime MMA veteran Corey Anderson wins Bellator gold Saturday night. Long career, wins in the UFC over Glover Teixeira, Jan Blachowicz. He faced Jan twice, 1-1. Johnny Walker he beat. So always great to see someone realize a belt around their waist. I'm sure this crossed your wake. Any thoughts on Corey Anderson realizing championship gold?
Yeah, it was cool to see because he was always one of those guys that was always so close. And he was always like maybe like one fight away. Then to get to that big fight in the UFC, then he'll end up like losing it. I've trained with him before. Super cool guy. He like works so hard. And even in Bellator, when he got, I think, close a couple times, and that fight where he was about to win $1 million and he elbowed him or headbutted him, and then he like stopped the fight himself. And then it was like 5 seconds before the ref, he would have probably got the win, and like it ended up becoming like a disqualification or something like that. But yeah, to see him win after all this time is huge. He's a beast, good guy. I like him. And I like where Bellator is going now with their fights, because I think that they're starting to open up, and you're starting to see like the Bellator guys saying they're announcing they're in PFL now. So I want to see what other fighters from PFL and Bellator are going to be like merging together against each other.
Yeah, and for there is a portion of the UFC fan base, and I hate to say that I'm somewhat in that category where the other promotions just aren't necessarily on our radar. I mean, I need to have time for the NFL and your Chicago Bears, right? I mean, that's a big part of my sort of, I got to let a lot of that in. So I don't always have time for all the other stuff, but great to see him win. So dude, you already said it. Merab versus Paulo Costa tonight. Dvalishvili Costa on Remember the Show. Hope they both show up. So how did this manifest itself?
I was sitting there, I was like, man, I want to get a good game show going. So I was like, you know what? Let me message these guys, because you're watching them go back and forth on Twitter of Costa stealing like his food and Merab stealing his food back. So it was funny how it's all going around. And they both got great personalities. And Costa, a couple of times I asked him to come on the show before. He was like in Brazil, but now I think he's like stationed in Vegas now. So it's easier for me to get in contact with him. But yeah, both guys would be like perfect for the show. So I'm hoping they both show up, but you never know with fighters, right?
You know, when the number one contender reaches out to you, you reply, you know? So what do we got? The monster lid. Is that a Young LA fresh new hoodie I'm looking at, or what?
Yeah, I'm just trying to stay fit and clean. I saw Brendan Allen just posted that they sent him a nice little care package for his main event. But nice. Yeah, I want to ask Costa too what he thinks about the Chimaev and Whittaker fight getting booked, and where does that leave him, right? Because I know that he said that he has fight news coming soon. So I don't know if that puts him with. I thought him and Hamza would have been a huge one, but maybe Jared Cannonier is available, Sean Strickland's available.
Dude, well, and it's interesting. It's so nice that Paulo Costa is actually in the mix, because whether it's injury and activity, different spots, and where even with Whittaker, I was like, I'm really not going to believe this until it happens. So I love it. In the mix, man.
Yeah, he's posted about it. I know that he said that they wanted him to fight in Brazil or something, and then he said he couldn't fight in Brazil, but he posted the other day like a picture of him like shredded, which is like normal, but saying that, yeah, I'm getting ready. I got something coming soon.
So Atlantic City is in New Jersey, right, Belal?
Yeah.
Is that why you're not there? Because you're usually part of the UFC Roadshow. Is it just like it's in New Jersey, so you're just like, nah,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we don't really like that spot.
I mean, sometimes you fight there. You fight well there, you know? So anyway, well, we're going to talk about those fights. Let's get to Bully's Picks. UFC Fight Night, Atlantic City, New Jersey. You know, too bad this is a 10 p.m. start again for those of us old folks, you know, trying to get Belal Muhammad on one of these.
Yeah.
I think it is. And, you know, I'm trying to get Belal Muhammad on one of these chats, these watch parties. It's not too late for you, I know, but for us, trying to get John and Kemflo to do these watch parties, you know, where the main event might be 12:30, might be a tough sell. Anyway, I'm excited for this fight card. You know, we're going to start. And before I even ask for a pick, I mean, we're talking about Chris Weidman fighting again, second time since that leg injury. It's almost like I have to take a deep breath before even breaking down this fight with you. You know what I mean? It's like, I still just can't believe he's back. I can't believe the fight against Tavares and the damage even to the leg. But anyway, we'll just go there. So the All-American lost his return to the octagon to Brad Tavares after that gruesome leg injury. That was against Uriah Hall, April 2021. And look at the beautiful weather. There he is. Is that the Vegas sun? Ladies and gentlemen, Paulo Costa.
What's up, guys? What's up, Jason? What's up, Belal? It's a pleasure. Yeah, it's sunny day. Look there. Vegas.
Glad you're here, brother. Appreciate you coming on, man. Are you full-time in Vegas now? Did you move there, or are you just there for camps?
I'm still moving. Yeah, I'm moving.
Anything that you're moving for, like a fight coming up, or?
Yes, I have a fight coming up on June. But but I think, you know, this is something that I really need to do. I was figuring to do 4 years ago, but you know, I think this is the time. You know, I need to focus on my career 100%. You know, I'm 32, so I think I have more couple of years, not too much. So I need to focus on my, you know, my career 100%. And I think UFCPI right here, you guys know, helps a lot. You know, you have everything over there, so make the life easier.
And you get free food.
Yeah, free food. Yeah, food.
So do you know Merab well?
Yes, I will be. You know, we have a nice guy. We have a talk, chat each other, and make some jokes each other. You know, he's a great fighter. I know that. He's a great wrestler.
It's always nice to see you guys connect, especially obviously like in different divisions, right? Belal has a lot of these fighters that like he's friends with. It's like Gilbert Burns, they're cool, but then they fight and it doesn't stay that way. You know what I mean? So it's nice when you see it outside the division, not going to be any beef ever between you guys.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I don't have a reason, you know. I just, you know, I just think he's one of the best fighters, you know, right now and maybe ever. You know, he beat Jose Aldo, he beat Cerrudo, and he's going to the title next, I think. So.
Well, we just saw a big fight in your division get booked yesterday. What do you think of the Hamzat against Robert Whittaker fight? Were you excited, or did you want the Hamzat fight?
Yeah, it's a tough fight for both. I think it's hard to predict. You know, both fights are very good. You know, I never know. Who knows? I think, yeah, it will be difficult for both of them. But I don't have prediction. You know, it's always hard to predict a fight like that. I think maybe Whittaker is coming very confident. I think Chimaev as well. It's hard, bro. I don't know.
Yeah. No, you're.
So you said, bro. So you said June. So I assume your health is good. You came out of that fight with Whittaker. Nothing banged up. You're in good shape.
No, not bad. I'm good. I'm just a little bit heavier right now, but it's normal, you know. After after 6 weeks, you know, with after fight, I've just got some fat, but it's normal. But I have a 3 months to get in shape again. But I have no injuries, nothing. Feeling good, you know. Motivated, feeling good to come and fight. And yeah.
Where are you training at when you're down there? Are you do you have your own guys with you, or are you going to the tour?
I just have my coach, boxing coach, and because now I'm doing a lot physical training, so strength condition training. So and mix it with some boxing and some jiu-jitsu. But I'm doing everything on the FCPI.
Hey,
there's the machine.
Look
there he is.
Wow, bro!
Hello, guys.
I will get out this live right now. I will get out. I cannot see you guys. Look there. Show your back. Show you back.
Are you guys in the same place?
No.
You
Definitely
good,
not.
Merab?
Merab looks like he's leaving
Yeah,
the PI with someone's food. Yeah.
All right, Merab.
Merab,
I think I don't think I have a good internet here.
Oh, it's getting better though. It's getting better.
You're getting better. Just stay where you are.
look, I didn't go to EFCPI yet, but probably this guy is getting my food over there right now. I'm sure of
Exactly.
that.
Exactly.
I'm 100% sure. Yes. Oh my God. I will need to make my own food on my home here right now again.
So do you like living in Vegas?
I like, bro. I think I think the city provide you a lot of stuff to do. Like you have shows every weekend, and every week has something new here. I like to go to some hotels, resorts, casinos, walk around. Just to walk around. I like that. I
Yeah,
like
you're a big star. That's a good place for you. I know you get mobbed in your homeland, but everywhere you go, you're a big star.
Yeah, I feel good on that.
Yeah, I like that.
Look me up, get my food.
Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
right?
Sorry.
Now
I
he's
don't have a good
back.
internet.
You good, Merab?
I'm good. I go.
He's got to just find that spot in the parking lot, huh?
You just got to find your signal, Merab.
Yes. I took.
You have citizenship now. You just need internet.
Sorry.
Right?
Yeah, we guys have the.
What's up, man? What are you doing there?
I was looking your food, but there is no food. I guess.
No, bro. Let my food there, bro. Please.
Yeah.
Not do that again.
I need.
If you get my food again, I will need to rescue you, bro.
You look good there, Merab. You want to just stay there?
Well, Pia, what's up, guys? How are you guys?
I love it.
Okay, question. We are in live yet or not yet?
Yeah, we're live, brother.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Show goes
Oh, you're
live
good.
all day.
Sorry, I'm always
good.
late. I'm always
Hey,
late.
you're good. We got a great connection. Merab, you're a huge star now. It doesn't matter. You're an enormous star now. Things were different a couple years back, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm same. I'm humble. I'm working hard. I'm still making funny videos, everything.
Well,
I love it.
we'll see how humble you are after this game show. Let's get the game show started, Cody.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you guys both for being here. There's only one rule for this game. Only thing you need to remember. If you know the answer, shout bully. That's it. You know the answer, shout bully. That's Belal's nickname. Say bully if you know the answer. If you get it wrong, your opponents get the point. If you get it right, you get the points. But if you know the answer, shout bully. It's all you got to remember. Belal will take you through the categories. Good luck. Love that you boys are here.
All right, boys. Categories for today are going to be fun ones. These are easy categories. First category is let's wrestle.
Let's wrestle.
Perhaps you're one of the best wrestlers in the UFC. So I'm going to give you two fighters. You got to tell me which one of these guys has higher takedown average per fight.
Okay.
Second one, face match. Two fighter faces put together. You got to tell me which two fighters they are. Who's the kid? These are
Good.
AI versions
Yeah.
of the kid. Fighter, AI version of the kid. Last one, nickname game. Everybody has a nickname. You got to tell me the fighter's nickname. Paulo, you were here first, so I'll let you pick the first category.
Okay. Who is the kid?
Who's the kid?
Say bully if you know the answer.
If you know the answer, bully.
Dustin Poirier.
You got to say bully, Merab.
Okay, bully.
Bully.
Dustin Poirier. Go. Okay.
Oh. I have to put my glass over here.
All right, Costa, loser. Hey, the winner of this gets a $200 gift card to Young LA. Costa, don't let him take your food and your gift card.
Yes. Yes.
You're up, Merab. You pick again.
Face mash.
Face mash. So this is 2 fighters.
Bully.
Costa.
This is oh my
Tough,
God.
man.
Very hard.
Dude, that's
Bro.
good.
Let me-
You're both welterweights.
Who is this motherfucker? Middleweight?
Welterweight.
2 welterweights.
This is Usman and who is this guy?
Come
I
on,
don't know.
Costa.
Usman and bro, this look actually looks like a Fedor Emelianenko. I don't know who's that guy. Who is that guy?
Costa.
Who is that?
Who is that?
Usman St. Pierre.
Yeah. Okay.
Man.
Yeah, when you see it, it's easier. All right, Merab, you get the point you pick.
Let's wrestle.
Let's wrestle. So who has more takedowns? Cejudo or Aljo per fight?
Aljo.
You gotta say bully.
Bully.
Merab, what's your answer?
I say Aljo.
Cejudo.
Just by a little, but of course he's gonna say Aljo. He'll take the loss for his boy there.
Okay, Costa, you're on the board. You got points now. You're
Okay.
up, Costa. You pick.
Nickname game.
Nickname game. Jalen Turner.
Bro, I'm so bad at this game.
Come on, guys.
Uh,
Fighting 300.
Go Merab. Say bully, Merab.
No, his nickname, bro. Sorry.
Come on, guys. Tarantula.
Bro,
Yeah.
we not.
I thought that was the easy one.
We both immigrants, you know.
You're up, Costa. You pick.
Let's wrestle.
Let's wrestle. More takedowns.
Okay.
Khabib or GSP?
Bully.
Costa.
Bully.
Khabib.
No, he has. I mean, GSP has more.
No, I don't.
Per fight, average.
You don't know nothing.
5.32, 4.16.
Come on, Khabib.
Let's go.
Yes, I make
You go
some
again,
point, right?
Costa.
Yes, I make some point. Nice. Go, Merab. Choose one.
Let's wrestle.
Let's wrestle. Strickland or Killer Gorilla? Cannoneer.
Gorilla. Bully.
Costa.
Killer Gorilla.
Killer Gorilla?
Yeah. Oh.
Yes.
Both of them. No one can really go for takedowns. All right, Merab, you're on. You got a point.
Let's wrestle.
Let's wrestle. Black Beast or Cyril Gane?
Bully.
Costa.
Who has more takedown, right?
Who had takedowns per fight? Yeah.
Black Beast.
Black Beast?
Oh, that's close, man.
These are those are tight ones. Let's go, Merab. You're in the lead.
Let's wrestle.
No, there's no more. Let's wrestle.
This one's a wrestle. Makes sense.
You got to pick a different category.
He just wants to wrestle.
Cut. Second. No more questions there.
No more.
Let's
No
wrestle.
more wrestle, Merab. No more wrestle.
Who's the kid?
Who's the kid?
Bully.
Costa.
Gilbert.
Oh, yeah. I said bully first.
Okay, making a comeback, Costa. You're up.
I think, guys, I'm taking advantage of my internet.
Hey, whatever it takes.
Hey, anything you take to win.
I think UFC PI internet is not so good, so he's on delay right now.
Costa.
Okay.
Who-
Yeah. Let's. Yeah. Who's the kid?
Who is the kid?
Who's the kid?
Bully.
We're out.
Sean O'Malley.
Get that picture up in the gym.
Yeah.
Come on, Costa. Pick it up, man. You're up, Merab.
Okay. God, man, I make 1,200.
Yeah, you're down.
700. Oh shit. Who's the kid?
Who's the kid? Let's go. This is a good one.
Bully. I win.
Alex.
I say first, Bully. I say Bully first.
That was super close.
It was super close.
Shut up, Merab. Shut up.
You're up, Costa. Pick.
Face mash.
Face smash.
No, I'm so bad on this one. Yeah,
Bully.
Bully.
Merab.
Yeah, thank you. Ilya Topuria.
And who?
And who?
Smash together with someone else.
Max Holloway.
Oh, let's go.
Come on, no way. No way. He got that.
That was a good one.
Merab all locked in that corner of the PI somewhere now.
Yeah.
I'm good now.
Go, Merab. Choose one.
Okay. Who's the kid?
Who's the kid? Who's the kid?
Cody, run the show. Face smash 300.
Face smash. 2 fighters.
Bully.
Costa.
Me and who is the other guy, bro? Who has this mustache? I don't know, bro. Do you know, Merab? Who is that?
Bro, I know that's one you, but I don't know the second guy.
You gotta look in the eyes, Costa. It's in the eyes.
On the eyes.
It's in the
Bro,
nose.
which division is this guy? You give me a tip.
I'll give you a hint. He's a bantamweight. He's
Holy
195.
Is this me?
Merab? It's Merab and me?
Yeah.
Merab must have recognized his own eyes. Come on.
Hey, this is a close game.
Yeah, good game.
It was much good-looking guy, so I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
That's why it was hard to say. Man.
Nickname, Renato Moicano.
Money. Bully.
Wow.
Bully, I say first.
Money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is close. Nickname, Justin Gaethje.
Bully.
Costa.
I don't know. I don't know. Sorry. I don't know.
The highlight.
Oh.
Yeah.
You need to get the rest of these questions right, Costa, to win.
Nickname game.
You got to get both these questions right.
Bully.
Costa.
Iron Michael Chandler.
Let's go.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, another close game. Remember the show, one question to decide.
Final question. Winner takes all.
Yeah.
Say bully if you know it. Say bully if you know it.
The answer. You got to say bully. Final question.
Two fighter faces.
2 fighters.
Bully.
This is easy. Oh.
I say, bro.
Yes, you did.
Oh, it's Kamza Chimaev and
What did you say?
Look at Paulo.
Chimaev.
Chimaev and Nick Diaz.
Come on,
You lost.
Oh yeah, Masvidal. Yes.
Masvidal. Therefore, points go to Paulo.
I won.
The winner.
Oh.
Paulo Costa.
I got the game, man. I got the food, Merabi.
Okay.
Merabi.
Okay, you gotta give me your secret juice.
Yeah, no, you lost.
Okay, I do my juice. You give me secret juice.
Okay, and you teach me the wrestling. Okay. Have a deal?
No problem, my friend. I teach.
Perfect. We're creating bonds here. Hey, thank you both for coming on, man. Appreciate both you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Merab. Thank you, boy. Thank you,
All right,
Jason.
boys.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
Dude,
Gotta love it.
every game we've had comes out to the final one.
Dude, I love it. Some of those,
So good.
I didn't see St. Pierre's eyes. I felt like Merab saw his own eyes right away and then maybe didn't.
Yeah.
But
no, but when he said it so confidently.
there he is. Welcome back. Welcome back.
What's up, brother?
You guys talking to me?
Yeah,
No,
we're talking to you.
Talk to you.
Well, Belal tried to kick you off, but we love having you. Hey, I got to ask you a quick question since you're here. You're not sitting there in the PI waiting for Sean to come in, right? You're just hanging out and he walks through. Am I right?
No, I don't. You guys don't know that I wasn't real Sean O'Malley.
Oh, really? Is that news? It wasn't him, huh?
No.
Yeah, that's
See, no. Well, I'm glad you broke. I'm glad you broke the news to me. Nice skit.
Yeah, I broke it. Yeah. So that's not a real one. Yeah, real one. If I catch him, I'm gonna try to choke him. No.
So for you, you're healthy, ready to go. What are you hoping to fight in the Sphere or what? What's ideal for you?
Yes, at the Sphere will be great. Yeah, I'm ready to go. You guys saw after I win against Henry Cejudo, I was ready to fight in 3 weeks, make weight and everything. And even now, I'm ready. I'm healthy. When UFC decides or Sean O'Malley decides to want to fight, I'm ready. And so yeah. I'm
Are you still training with Aljo a lot now that Aljo's bigger, 145? You guys still work together a lot, or is he going with big guys now?
No, he has a fight in soon, like in a couple of weeks, and now we're not training much. He's sparring with little taller guys, and we were supposed to. I mean, sometimes we wrestle, but with a like group, and like we're not training much. We used to training together, but yeah, now he needs more bigger guys, more stronger guys. You know, he's big.
No, for sure.
Yeah,
how do you think he's gonna do at 145? You like him at 145?
I think he will do very well in 145. You know, he has everything. He has muscle. He has like all the technique he needs and experience and everything. You know, like yeah, he will do very well. And no, he don't have to kill himself to make 135. And yeah, he will do very well. Only problem is like my friend Ilya is champion now. My other my styling getting there, so it's so. But it's a good problem, I guess, to have it. You know,
it's been huge to see how much attention Ilya is getting in Spain and Georgia and stuff. Like, does that like motivate you to like I got to get this title quick so I can go be on this victory parade with him?
For sure. Not only that, you know, Belal, like we working so hard and just to win the belt even once. Then you can keep fighting many you want. It's just you want to win the belt once, you know. And I'm getting love and I have support all around the world and I'm good with this. Of course, my country will love me always, doesn't matter what. But yeah, we do get a lot of support from our countries and from Europe and yeah, we have so much.
So it really is amazing. Cody just put in the chat exactly what I was going to say. Like you guys are literally the two of you in the exact same position, right? Both 10-fight unbeaten streak, both going to fight for the belt. It's both going to happen. You're just sort of waiting on a date. Congratulations to both of you. Like for real. I love it.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, man. But it is. So yeah, we should say who's going to get a date for it. Belal probably going to fight before you, obviously. But dude, that Sphere, I got to see you guys in that Sphere, Merab. You know what I mean? Like when you fought in that theater at the Virgin Hotel, didn't you? That was a cool venue.
That was very good. Yeah. That was. Yeah, I'm happy I fought there because originally it was supposed to be Apex, and we all know Apex is like It's I have 3 fights there, and okay, during the COVID I understand, but now I wanna like people we deserve like to. Have a people around and so and then so many Georgians came, so many people came cheering and everything. Main event, it was great, we have people there, and at the Sphere that would be great, that would be amazing,
Yes.
When you look back at your career, you think of like you being Jose Aldo, you being Henry Cejudo, then now you're a citizen now. Like it's congratulations like that. Like, do you look back like 10 years ago? Like, do you think you would be here?
No, man, no. I mean, when I moved first, that time maybe I was thinking, I was good fighter, but once I trying to looking for gym, trying to get the fights, and everything was so hard. I cannot even get the fights and find the right gym. And it was so hard. And I did find my Serra-Longo team, but and same time I was working, and I lose my professional official fights. I had 10 fights in Georgia, but I make like official pro debut here, and I lost my first one, and I'm like, I started questioning myself. I will make how I'm gonna make UFC if I lost my first fight, and yeah, it was so hard, like everything, you guys know, and it's MMA, it's like hard to get fights, and um, I start everything from zero, and yeah, every day I was asking myself question, like, I will make it or no, or it's worth it, should I training or should I do something else? But thank God I stay in the sport, and I I was chasing my dream, and now it's crazy. Like even 5 years ago, I had feeling that everything was against me because I had so many problems. Like little things. I got married, and yeah, like my wife was crazy.
Yeah,
and
but
so yeah, so
that young kid that you guys always have with you, that the one from Dagestan, the
yeah.
amateur, does he live with you?
Yeah, he lives with me now. He's from Dagestan. He's because of Ramadan. He's in California now, but he lives with me. But he's like right now he's in California. I guess his training's like nighttime. But yeah, he lives with me, and he will after Ramadan he will be back with me, and he's good energy, good fighter, and
And he just came out of nowhere, right? Like you guys didn't know each other beforehand. You just like met him and then you took him under your wing.
yeah, yeah. What happened was it was Saturday sparring day at Syndicate, and he asked me to sparring, and I sparring with him, and he was very tough. He has big heart and good wrestling, and it was very hard to even take him down, control or like keep up with him. He's a good, yeah, talented kid. And I asked him, and I asked, he was amateur, and then I said, "Where are you from?" He said, "Dagestan. I just moved." He said, "I just drive from Philadelphia." Here in Las Vegas. I said, "Where are you staying?" He said, "I'm staying in my car." I said, "No, you gotta come to my house. And then since
Amazing.
that, he stayed in my house.
Amazing.
Yeah. So and yeah, so he's good guy.
That's an amazing story. Like when I heard that story, I was like, "Oh, Merab's the man!" Like
Oh,
that
man.
kid, he has such good energy. That kid is so cool. When I met him, and he
Yeah,
just, "I'm gonna be UFC. I'm gonna be UFC." I was like, "You're an amateur?" He's like, "Yeah." And then they said, "Yeah, Merab took him in," and I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
yeah, cause man, yeah, he's good. Yeah, you feel it right away once you see him. He's a good guy. Good. Yeah, but yeah, just he has to just keep training, and he everything will come for him. Just training. Now it's so much easier. I think Belal, like 10 years ago, it was hard. Like it was no social media like this level, and it was hard to get like know like where you should training and how you should training. And now, if you're a good fighter, you have a good record, you know you're gonna go UFC, you're gonna sign UFC. Before it was hard to even um, dream about to UFC. It wasn't like that like today.
Yeah, yeah. If you would ever get seen or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, dude, really appreciate the extended time. You got big fans in us, and I just have so much respect for everything you've done in your career and the way you've handled yourself. There were those of us that were so worried about you getting your opportunity back when everything was happening with you and Aljo, but you stayed the course. You're right where you need to be. Congrats on everything, man. Couldn't be happier for you.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Belal, and thank you, Jason. Thank you for having me. And yeah, I had good times.
Appreciate you, bro.
We'll bring you out
Good luck,
again,
man.
brother. Appreciate you.
Later, man. Merab Dvalishvili. Dude, unbelievable. Glad to get a little time with him on the back end. Hey, Wi-Fi was a problem early on, not late.
Yeah, it looks smooth. Yeah, but yeah, that's a crazy story when that kid, that young amateur kid, I told you, came. I think he just showed up to the PI and he like went to the front gate. He told the security, "I want to be a fighter." And the guy's like, "I don't like what? Where are you?" And then he just showed up, just kept showing up and living in his car. Then I think met Merab, and then Merab brought him into his house. So that was awesome.
Dude, I love it. So that'll just tell you how maybe I'm not as tapped into the MMA news as I should be. Not catching that was so you got me. You know what I mean? And but
at first I was looking at it. No, at first I thought it too, and I was like, wait, why the heck was Sean O'Malley just be walking around with his belt in the PI? And then that's when I was like, oh, it's a Merab skit.
Exactly.
Look deep into it.
Yeah.
You just glance and you're like, oh, dang, that's funny how it just happened.
And it was obviously the same thing that he sort of did. He walked by him and almost didn't recognize him before. Well, great fucking skip, but I'd love to see them face to face at some point. That's inevitable, that fight. I just feel like I want to see O'Malley in the sphere. You know, speaking of O'Malley, right? How impressed, because I feel like I was pretty blown away with his performance against Cheeto. And I texted you like, oh, my dude's amazing. And like, were you as blown away as me with O'Malley?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, but I was never one of those guys that like didn't think he belonged there. Because you always had those guys that would always like hate on him or think that, oh, you know, the UFC put him out there. After the Peter Yan fight, that's when I was like, oh, he's legit. He's real. And even now, I'm more impressed with him because he just said it himself. He's like, Merab's next. That's the fight you guys want. I'm gonna fight Merab next. Like a true champion, right? You want to fight the best guy. He's not one of those, he's not playing the game of, oh, maybe I'll fight Superior or this. He's like, okay, the fans want the Merab fight. I'll fight Merab. And that's what I like about it now, because he understands that you have to build. Now's the point to start building the fight, building that. And he's a promoter. He understands it himself.
You know, too bad he lost the game show. We could have sent. We got to send him a Young LA gift card. Then he can get some of that O'Malley Young LA merch. Start rocking that, just like he did with the Michael Jackson jacket, right? But anyway, we got fights this weekend in Belal's favorite state. So let's get to that green screen, Cody Merrow again, and get to Bully's Bix. All right, dude, we got 3 for you. It's going to be a little tough on you tonight. Haven't had any hydration, so but we're going to be a little tough on you. Of course, we never prepare Belal for any of these. So we got 3. Featured bout middleweight division. I alluded to this before. We got interrupted by Paulo Costa. Just kidding. Middleweight division, Chris Weidman, Bruno Silva. Weidman plus 195, Bruno Silva minus 238. So we're talking about Weidman, the All-American. Lost his return to the octagon, Brad Tavares. That was after the leg break. Leg break was April 2021. So Tavares, man, that leg, I can't stop thinking about that leg, but the toughness out of Chris. That was last August in Boston. Weidman hadn't been that active before the injury. Turns 40 in June coming up. About a 2-1 underdog here, which kind of makes sense to me. Wouldn't surprise me if he's taken off the gloves if he gets a win here. You know, ended on a high note, hopefully maybe like Robbie Lawler. But his opponent, Bruno Silva, has been really active. He got into a great start in the UFC, won his first 3, but has lost 4 of 5 recently. Faced some stiff competition, Brendan Allen, Poatan, GM3. The only win that he has in losing that 4 of 5 was against Brad Tavares. So really interesting fight for me here. Hard not to pull for Chris Weidman. I guess I want you to pick the fight, break it down, but I'm also curious sort of what you see Weidman as this being sort of the end, or if he wants to sort of really try and chase this again.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is definitely the end, especially if he gets a win. I think he posted something. He's like 5-0 in Atlantic City whenever he fights there. But
I like it.
Yeah, you want to see it be the end too, right? Because a lot of these guys, they don't know when to retire, and you want, like, for him, I understand it, right? You want to come back from a huge injury like that, but like you said, even before that fight, it's not like he was winning before that injury even happened. He hyped himself up before that Uriah Hall fight, said he thought the best ever fell, but before that, you're like on a 3-fight losing streak. So I think this is the perfect opponent for him. Bruno Silva doesn't really have great takedown defense, but he hits hard. He has power in his hands, and Weidman, you know, he gets hit a lot, and is especially more recently. Like he's slowed down a little bit, but he got close on a couple of his takedowns against Tavares, and he answered a lot. And I think Tavares just has really good takedown defense. And I think if he gets that close on Bruno Silva, he'll be able to take him down. Will he be able to hold him down? That's the question. He's always had a really good top game, really good ground game. I don't know. I don't know where he is at this point in his career. If he's just trying to grasp it as something, right? Because he keeps saying too, like, I still think I could be a champion. I still think I'd be. At some point, you got to be telling yourself you're lying to yourself. Like, you got to be honest with yourself. let's start to take by one fight at a time. Start with Bruno Silva. And I think I'm going to go with Weidman here. I think Weidman's going to be able to take him down and go for a tap out here.
I love it. I hope it happens for Weidman, for his family, for everyone. And look, maybe he wants to contend after this, but seeing that fight against Tavares, man, it's like hard to think he's 100%. Moving to the co-main event in the welterweight division, Vicente Luque, Joaquin Buckley. Really close to pick him. Vicente Luque minus 112, slight favorite. I talked to a very sharp handicapper today, Belal, who loves your former victim, Vicente Luque, in this fight. I won't say what his name is. So, Vicente Luque was born in New Jersey? How about that? You know that?
Really?
Yeah. So home game for him right now. But yeah, he was born there. So he had the round 3 knockout at the hands of Jeff Neal, knocked out Luque after he fought you. That was August 2022. Bounced back nicely with the win over RDA. That was August 2023. He seemed to be in a good place mentally. I know there were some issues with a head injury and everything like that. So enormous fight here for Luque, though. I know you could maybe say he's past his prime or whatever, but he's still just turned 32 years old. Got to be careful, though, here against New Mansa, Joaquin Buckley, who really has looked tremendous since making the switch to welterweight. Back-to-back wins over Andre Fialho and Alex Morono, who's a tough son of a bitch. So this will be Joaquin Buckley's 10th octagon walk since that Impa Kasangane spinning sort of back head kick. So he's sort of been around, and Impa Kasangane obviously gone on to win the PFL light heavyweight championship. So some experience now for Buckley. I think he's ripe, still on the right side of 30. A lot of power at 170. Can't wait to watch this one. Can't wait to see where you're going. You know both guys well. Who's the pick?
Yeah, I got some training in with Buckley for this camp. He came down to Chicago for like a week.
Right.
But I'm looking at stylistically, I think Luque's just fought higher level of competition. He's been in there with bigger names, bigger fights, and especially that last fight, he looked really good against RDA. I think he had more than 5 takedowns on RDA, who's a really good grappler. And I think that means he's fighting smarter, right? He is 32, but he's been in a lot of wars. I want to his mileage in MMA is up there, because I'm thinking back to even the war he had with Mike Perry, and he shattered Mike Perry's nose. But he's taking a lot of hits, and especially with that whole brain bleed, maybe that's going to make him change his style up. Maybe he's going to fight differently. But Buckley hits hard. He's athletic. But I think if Luque comes in with the same type of game plan like he did against RDA and tries to wrestle him, take him down, and slow it down a little bit, and Luque has a lot of submissions and anaconda chokes, Darce chokes. I like Luque here, but I think Buckley is a live dog. I was wondering, what's going on? We're so close. The odds were so close, but I'm like, Buckley has power in his hands. He's athletic. He's fast, and Luque does get hit, and sometimes he tends to stay in the pocket and want to bang it out.
And this division is very strong and deep and good. And Luque being ranked number 11 here, big opportunity for Buckley to sort of get in that mix, if you will, because it's going to be a while, especially the pace that things moving right now, this division.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not, for him, especially somebody who's so animated when he talks and stuff like that. If he gets a big win here, he could talk himself into another bigger fight right after it.
No doubt. Hopefully they got plenty of time for the post-fight interview when he gets on that mic, because he's got a lot to say always. All right, main event of the evening, women's flyweight bout. Number 2, Erin Blanchfield versus number 3, Manon Fior. There's been so much about the pronunciation of her name. I'm not going to go there. All right, Erin Blanchfield, she moves the needle for me, man. Cold-blooded is her nickname, turns 25 on May 4th, getting the main event in New Jersey. She's from New Jersey, 12-1 as a pro, 6-0 in the UFC. Unanimous decision win over Tyler Santos last time out. That was August 2023. Prior wins over Jessica Andrade, Molly McCann, which I cannot get that out of my, Molly McCann needed someone to stop that immediately. It was it was crazy. So this is a title eliminator fight for me. Winner going to maybe have to wait a little bit for the Grasso Shevchenko coaching on Tough. I don't know when that'll shake out. Maybe they're in the Sphere as well. Blanchfield, though, getting Manon Fior here. I'm quietly, she's 10 years older at 34, but man, her Wikipedia page, clean. Lost her pro debut, now has won 11 straight, also 6-0 in the UFC, took care of Rose Namajunas in Paris last September. Huge stakes here. Bully B, who is the pick?
Yeah, that's going to be a banger, right? I like this fight, especially striker against grappler. People are sleeping on Manon here. I think that her style is really good for this type of fight. Erin, I mean, she dives in a lot of the time with her takedown. She reaches a lot. Sometimes she gets desperate trying to get the takedown. When she gets to the ground, her top game is really good, one of the best in the division. But I think that Fiora's side kicks, her karate stance, her movement, she's really good with her distance. I think she's gonna be able to piece her out from the outside. She just can't get her back against the cage. And I think her last fight against Rose, that's like she just fought an ex-champion right there. So I think that it's not gonna be too big for her. I think she fought Jessica Andrade too, and just those names under your belt, like it prepares you for somebody like Erin. Erin, I think, is gonna be a killer. She's still super young, but I just think stylistically, it's just a hard matchup to catch, especially in a bigger cage.
I love it. I love the breakdown. For me, Erin Blanchfield, she looks older physically, her frame. You know what I mean? It's like, talk about certain fighters growing into their frame. Like, I'd love to see a picture of you at 24. You know what I mean? I'm sure you're physically very different. It's hard for me to ever think that Blanchfield isn't going to emerge victorious, even against some of those, those former champs and current champs. Anyway, but I love that main event. Back-to-back main events highlighted by women, which I like to see. And I think they both have some juice last weekend and this weekend. So I like it.
100%.
So we're not going to find, yeah, Cody's got the pronunciation now. We'll see. All right. So he's going to make me go there, but you could say Fioro, right? And that's the real argument, the 3-syllable Fioro. John and I we get into a lot of these arguments about this stuff because I'm talking about pronunciation versus Americanizing. And I just think they go down these rabbit holes way too much where certain human beings aren't sort of built to say different things, right? There are certain people that are going to say Alex Pereira with that H, and it's either Pereira or Pereira. But you know what I mean? People they got different things going on. Doesn't matter. It matters what you do in the cage. What else you got, Bully B?
I'm good with that. I'm excited for these fights. Hopefully Dana has some,
There he is. What's up, Big Ron? I don't know who I like more now, Machine and Borrachino. I love it.
Hopefully we get some news soon. Hopefully Dana White goes on Instagram tonight, says something. Like, he doesn't even need to tell me, just announce it.
Yeah, exactly. So isn't it hard though? Because I'm certainly on the board of directors on Team Muhammad, even if I'm like 8th from the top. But it's hard for me not to circle that date on my calendar. John's talking to me about some of his travel plans, right? And different events that may be taking place. I don't want to say anything that might not be announced. I don't know anything about yours, but you can be sure July 27th, Manchester. I'm going to be surprised if you're not competing that night. And I don't know any more than anyone.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. Hopefully we'll put it into the universe now. Get it out there.
Exactly. I love it. Not going to have you way too much. And Belal likes to be active. You could see him, in December again or November. You know what I mean? He's certainly not going to.
Yeah, I got my boys fighting. I got Nacho next week. Then Charlie just got a fight signed for June.
Buffalo. Charlie Radke.
But Buffalo's going to be back in there. And I'm like, bro, all right, I'm done cornering. Let me fight.
Well, so shout out Big Ron, who just popped on the screen. April 13th, this UFC 300, it's creeping like crazy. I'm going to be out there the Tuesday. So, Belal, we got to hook up. We got to get you over to that penthouse. You got to see Big Ron in his element. But good show today, man.
Yeah, for sure. I'll be down there. I got to get some of those tacos too that these guys are always talking about.
Hey, God, look at him with the plug, Paradise Cantina, giving him the shout out. I love it. Anyway, Cody Merrow at the helm, running it. As always, we appreciate you for the great Belal Muhammad. My name is Jason Anik. We appreciate you joining us on Remember the Show. Take a look at johnanik.com for all the latest One More Sleep merch, including one come pretty hard at you from Joe Romero, Average Joe at Average Joe Art. I hope I said that handle right, but dude is the man. Pretty hot. But anyway, check it out. We also got the Anik Florian Pod merch there for Remember the Name Muhammad. My name is Jason Anik. We'll see you next week on Remember the Show. Peace.